Welcome to the ABCs of Home Improvement on WRCR. This is your weekly radio encyclopedia for all your home improvement projects. Featuring Laborio Durario, your friendly neighborhood architect, Mike Ash, Bill Barshow, and the cool tool girl, Elizabeth Bushy. They're ready to take your calls and answer questions about your home improvement projects. Call now, 845-362-0013.
Good morning, everyone out there in Radio Land, and welcome to the ABCs of Home Improvement, an educational program to help your needs with remodeling. You've got Bill Barshow, myself, Mike Ash, and our host, the friendly neighborhood architect.
Friendliest of neighborhood architects.
Friendliest.
And more. Elizabeth, we're sorry to hear that you won't be with us again this week. Elizabeth is having some health issues. Is that correct, Mike?
So, she texted me West Coast time, 3:30 this morning.
She couldn't. Did no sleep. Major chest cold. And
she's in our prayers.
She's in our prayers, and we can't
Hello,
say anything
Lizzie.
else. That's all. Okay, so welcome everybody. It's again the sun. The sun is coming out here. The ABCs of Home Improvement
unbelievable.
brings you sunshine again on a Saturday morning. That sounds like a song, doesn't it, Bill? Sunshine on a Saturday morning.
And we're over here at the Provident Bank Park.
We are.
And the sun is always shining on us.
That's right. And we're here at the new powerhouse station on 10 billion zillion gigawatts broadcasting around the world. And now I think almost to Mars. I think now we've boosted the power where we can actually be heard by the Mars rover.
No, we're in Jupiter now.
Jupiter. And it's when it aligns with Mars.
Yes.
Is that right?
Lions.
Lions
bears,
and tigers and bears.
yeah.
Oh, my.
Okay, here we go.
That's it. They're taking us off the air.
That's
That's it. Well, this is our third season here, folks. Again, show number 7. I want to dedicate this show to my brother, Gregory. Today would have been his 52nd birthday.
Wow.
52nd, 53rd, somewhere in there. He's not with us. He passed away in 1988. But today's his birthday, so my son, who's named after him, Gregory Paul Durario II, we're going to go and visit and let some balloons loose for his birthday, as we always do.
Yeah,
So
nice. Get all the colors
that's it.
out.
Give him hell, Harry, as they say. All right, we have a caller? Oh, we have a caller already.
That was quick.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, who's calling, and how can we help you, and where are you calling
This
from?
is Wilma. I'm calling. I have my son's put a toilet and a shower in my basement.
Okay.
And when we flush the toilet, there's a gurgling in the shower. Do you know what would cause that?
Ooh, Mike, I sort of know, but maybe I'm going to stump some of the folks here in the
Yeah.
studio with me. Do you have an idea what it could be?
I think it's a toothbrush being used.
Oh, nice.
No, that's the one son is in there gargling while the other is outside waiting his turn.
That's it. How's that, Wilma? And actually, for the real one, I would tell you that there's a couple of possibilities. One could be an improper venting situation. So if there's no vent, a lot of times when they put these bathrooms in, they use the sink or the shower as the venting, where you should have had a stack that went up to your roof. And so when you flush the toilet and you hear that gurgling sound, that's the air being sucked through the shower drain instead of being sucked from the vent itself.
Right.
So I would say, or the vent is clogged, or there is a vent and it could be clogged. So the two conditions I would ask you to check or have a plumber come and take a look is your venting situation there. I would tell you that that's probably the
Gurgling.
the sound that you're hearing, Wilma.
I concur.
So there you
Okay,
go.
so if there's no vent, now the walls are closed, that would have to be opened up in one.
That's correct. And did you do this with a permit? Don't give your address out because they might come and
And don't give your last name.
Right, and don't give your last name. But if you did it without a permit, sometimes in New York City when we did these projects, they use a cheater vent, which they put in the wall, and it actually is a flap that opens up and vents in the wall itself. So if you have that situation and that gets clogged, you will have the same gurgling sound coming out of the drains.
Right, and that cheater vent could get you divorced, but only if you're caught.
Okay, thank you very much.
Wilma, thanks. Can we interest you in any of these prizes or anything? You were giving away all kinds of crazy stuff, screwdriver sets.
How would you like a watch, a digital watch?
A watch?
Yeah, well, you know what to say, don't you, Wilma? Wilma!
Yes.
Go ahead, say it.
That's it, yes.
No, say I love the
I
ABCs of Home Improvements.
I love ABC, the home.
I love your
Hey!
show.
Talking. All right.
She got a prize.
Okay, so we're giving you. Do you want the digital watch? Is that what you would like?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so we're going to put it here with Carrie. Carrie's going to take.
Lee,
your,
what about the photo? Tell her about the photo.
the photo frame?
Yeah, it's a
We have-
digital photo frame.
Well, you
Holds
can
how
only
many
get
pictures, Lee?
billions and zillions, but you can only get one gift, Bill. We got to save it for the rest of the folks.
I think
No, the watch. I have plenty.
All right, the
Okay,
watch.
all right,
Okay,
the
so
watch.
Carrie's going to take
Okay.
your name now. Thanks, Wilma.
Okay,
Stay
thank
on the
you.
line for it, Carrie.
All
Thank
right.
you. So there we go. For one watch, 2 watch, 3 watch, and gone. They're
What a
going
start.
fast.
Lee, we want to go right into the material here?
Right, well, we got to first, of course, our guest, our sponsors, Torn Valley Vineyards. Want to throw one out there to Steve and John France at the Torn Valley Vineyards, 1 Torn Valley Road in Hillburn. Open every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 5 for wine tastings, great live music, and the
great
cafe
weather.
and great weather. And they have some great stuff going on this weekend. So get up there. It's the only working vineyard in Rockland. Old world European vineyard charm nestled along the historic Torn Brook in the magical Torn Valley. We did go to their masquerade ball last weekend. That was outstanding. With the Funk That Band did one funkin' job up there. Nobody was sitting down. The dance floor was packed. Wayne Cobham and his group, outstanding. So if you missed that, put it on your schedule for next year. They do have an event coming up Saturday, November 14th at 7:30. The Autumn Blues. They're bringing in some great guys here. The American Jazz, Mark Egan, formerly from Pat Metheny, the drummer Richie Morales from Spyro Gyra. They have some great guys in this group. Come out and support the vineyard and listen to some great music, have some great food.
Great wine.
So great stuff. Good job up there, guys. And we're working on some more of these wine tastings. Folks have been flushing us out with those wine tastings. No pun intended, Bill.
Yeah, I know we gotta. I know we gotta do a remote show from up there.
Right.
We gotta take
We're
this show on the road
That's right, Carrie. When are we doing that? When did Alex say? Next week? The following week? Alex
soon.
is-
Yeah,
soon. All right, we're
before
working
it gets
on
too
it.
cold.
Yeah, we want to have everybody up there as our guests.
Yes.
Listeners.
All right, I'm in. Mike, you in?
Definitely try it.
And more.
Okay, so November, what do we got? We're going to give you a project a week here during the month of November to get your place shaped up and shipped out, so to speak. We have here for our first thing. Well, first we're going to say get some hay and pumpkins and start decorating for Thanksgiving.
That's nice.
That's what we want to do.
Nice.
That's the first thing, Joe. Second thing, though, is you got to check your chimney and fireplace maintenance, okay? And again, this is a shout-out to Clem out there.
Clem.
Okay, all right? Pete's Roofing, gutter, chimney, all of that stuff. You got to check it now because now that we've pushed the clocks back, this is our daylight savings show. You got to make sure that before you start crackling those embers, that your flue and your damper and firebox have received a thorough seasonal maintenance.
Many
And-
homes burn down this time of year in the winter. Once winter sets in, we start using our fireplaces. Many homes catch on fire and burn because
What a shame.
chimney fires are
People don't
tremendous.
think about it,
It's a
okay?
shame. It's so easy to take care of.
And not
also.
that I'm an expert, we'd have Clem tell us about this, but the buildup of the creosote can lead to these dangerous chimney fires, Bill.
That's what burns
So,
in there.
that's
That's what it spirals. The air inside when the creosote catches fire, it spirals and it
Spirals
turns
right
into
up.
a tornado of fire. And then it's looking to get outside. If you have like a masonry chimney,
Yes.
and you have the pointing, the mortar between the bricks has over the years worn away and disappeared and just disintegrated. Then the flames get through those spaces, and that's where it makes contact with your wood framing of your home, and that's how your home catches on fire. So Clem and his guys will check
The entire flue casing, the flue lining.
and make sure any pointing
Right.
masonry work that has to be repaired so that your fireplace will operate safe for the season.
And, of course, as one of our listeners last week sent us an email, he loved the line, pack every crack. Clem will
that's
get
when we
out there.
insulate, yeah, when we
and,
insulate
and,
them.
and also when you do the mortar now, you got to pack every crack with the mortar.
Absolutely.
Make sure there's
Are
no...
we going to say that every week?
I think we should if we have an instance. Here we had one.
Great.
So we got to make sure we have an instance every time.
Because I'll just start saying
Pack that crack.
Okay, so there you go. And the other thing that, and Clem's been to 4 of my houses to do that work. And also, he suggests chimney caps, okay? This is the time to install these
animals.
chimney caps so that you also keep the cold air out, Mike. So when you're done using
Yeah,
your
the
fireplace,
squirrels and the skunks and all those kind of
correct.
things.
You keep all of that stuff out. So these are things that we want to give you from the Chimney Safety Group of America. These things should be taken care of now, early November, before you really start blazing up. And you create a problem that you could actually resolve very cheaply and very quickly. So there you go.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hey,
Lee.
we received over 2,122 likes this week on our site, guys. How's
Nice.
that?
Good number.
Because you're out of control.
Yeah, that's it. And we received 51 emails from last week's program. And again, we're getting similar types of emails about, what do we do for a home improvement project. These led us to 4 appointments, as Bill knows. Bill's going to tell us, and we got 2 new projects here. Myself, I got an addition out in Nanuet, which was good. We're adding a 3rd floor on a 1950s split-level house where they're going to be putting 3 bedrooms and a bathroom and a play area for their kids on the 3rd floor over the living space in a split level.
So when you add a 3rd on a split level, does it become a tri-level?
It becomes a tri-level. That's right. How about that,
How
Mike?
about that? Yeah, how about that is right. I couldn't visualize that high anymore.
And in Congers, we got a job, and we're doing at the back of a high ranch. We're doing on the lower level a family room.
Oh, nice.
And the gentleman either wants an open deck upstairs on top of that, which we're going to use a fiberglass material that they use down at the shore or on Long Island shore houses, or we're going to close it in and make a job-built greenhouse, Mike.
Ooh,
So,
I like that.
So there's a couple that came in. Want to thank our listening audience for that, and we like educating the consumer out there because an educated homeowner is a happy homeowner. They know what they're going to be getting, and they understand the differences between quality work and poor quality work, and
Big
we're
difference.
here to educate them. So we want to thank the listening audience for trusting our experts and calling on us to do all of the great work that we do here at the ABCs of Home Improvement. Want to thank Joe again. Joe's doing a great job out here for us on our websites and on our social media. We're
Movies, the cartoons.
the movies, the cartoons that you folks are seeing
bring
and
the
commenting
popcorn.
on.
That's all you need.
It's unbelievable what he's creating for us on a weekly basis here, that we're giving you folks a little bit of stuff out on our social media. So thanks, Joe. Great job, man. So make sure you put a picture of yourself up on the website for this broadcast.
Yes,
so
thank you,
people
Joe.
know-
You're not a
know
ghost,
what
Joe.
you got
We
going
actually
here.
are.
Right.
And Joe brought in the jungle juice today, and we want to say that in case any young children wander into the studio today and help themselves, it's okay because it's juice, isn't it?
That's right, correct, and we know that from the Halloween parties, Bill.
Yeah, sure.
Very good, right? So, okay, so listen, from the Magic Hat today, we're giving away prizes as usual. We have the digital Philips alarm clock, AM/FM radio with iPhone, iPod charger, and the special adapter, Joe. Special adapter.
And more.
Bill
Yep,
likes that
yep,
and more.
yep.
We're also giving away some of these alligator leather black iPhone 6 Plus cases. If you got one of those big phones there and you want to put some wrap your alligator around it, we got those for you. And we have also the digital frame and some screwdriver sets. So we gave away the last digital watch for now, so I'm going to have to check the back of the truck and see if there's some more available for next week. But our questions, since this is our daylight savings show, we want to know when daylight savings started here in America and who actually conceived of it here in America. Now, it goes back into the 1600s, medieval times, but it wasn't really called, daylight savings time. So we want to know.
Ronald Reagan.
Well, you got to go back a little deeper than that there, Jimmy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we have there. So you answer those questions. You get some of these trivia, some of these prizes for the trivia questions of the week. Now, Mike, what do you want to say? You have something that you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, let them go.
I don't know. Besides the chimney thing, I think a very important part of this time of the year is blacktopping the garage driveways. If you don't get it done this month, you're going to have a real problem by next month. The cracks, the fill-ins, all the damages take place over the seasons. This is the time
So
to do
a
it.
sealer. So sealing the driveway.
Sealing
It's
is a big deal.
And now it's still warm out, so I
Yeah,
think you get
amazing.
good adhesion. I mean, if it starts getting below the 50s, it's not really a
It
good
won't
time
hold.
to do it.
It's not been raining. It's been perfect weather for that also.
Right.
I think those two ends are important. Between the roof, the gutter, the chimney, and the blacktop.
Outstanding.
Very good.
All right, so, and also on our, listen, Joe, you forgot to tell me, but I picked it up, that we did get somebody on our social media, and her name is Tara Payne Vallon, and she works with Habitat for Humanity of Rockland, and they're building a brand new home in Haverstraw, and they asked us to see if we put the word out for them. They're a great
some help,
organization. They're looking for some donations, gifts, or services that would help them complete their current project. Of course, manpower is always important. Volunteer. If you want to get some information, go to habitatrockland.org and check out Tara's information there, as well as the project they're doing. And if you can lend a helping hand in any way, this is part of giving back. The ABCs of Home Improvement. I am donating my architectural services for their next project that comes up. So Tara, you put me on the list there, and if you need some architectural services, ArchiFuture to the rescue.
Dun, dun, dun.
And your
And the
friendly,
white horse. On
and
the
your
white
friendly
horse.
neighborhood architect. That's Joe. Can you get me on a white horse on the video when we do that too?
That'd be perfect.
And more.
And also, I want to mention that she is also an entrepreneur, and she has a great product that's being manufactured right here in Rockland County. And they're going to be pushing it out in December, but we're going to give it a little blast, and it'll be on our website. Since Elizabeth isn't here, I was going to save it for the cool tools section of the week, but we're going to do it on the flip side. We're going to do it up front. It's called Add-A-Handle, and Add-A-Handle is a lightweight, sturdy plastic handle designed with 2 adjustable Velcro belt straps, which securely holds your desired object in place. She suggests that this design came from the fact that her father had a little issue with his hands, and he was trying to do painting. He couldn't hold the paint can. So this handle allows somebody that doesn't have the proper dexterity. How's that?
Good words.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Can use this handle to hold the can and also paint at the same
have a
time.
strap on the shoulder
without
strap, too.
without having to hold that handle and move the handle and try and get the paint brush in there and so forth.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's a
and-
great one.
And Bill, if you saw this handle
Hold
here,
your hand.
you might use this to hold your tool of the week that you bring in every
Yes,
week.
yeah.
It could hold the jungle juice. So
Yes, absolutely.
I think you make these in multiple colors, and they could be used at parties and so forth for
Orange,
for
yeah,
for
visible.
holding the champagne glasses and all kinds of other things. So if you're interested in that, we're going to have it on our website. We're going to actually put it at the bottom of our website. But you can go to attahandle.com, check out their stuff that they're putting out. And again, remember, this is an entrepreneur that's created some jobs right here in Rockland County.
There you go.
This thing is being manufactured here. And it's going to allow folks to get some jobs and also put the Rockland County folks on the map that created
Very
it.
nice.
Nice.
So great job, Tara. Thank you for reaching out to us on our social media. And again, if you guys have anything out there that you want to bring to the forefront, don't forget the ABCs of Home Improvement. Your encyclopedia of home improvement knowledge is here to put that out as a public service for folks that may not have an avenue to put them out. Kerry, we're going to go out on a quick break, 11:22. Guys, put down your cup of coffee. Give us a call, 845-362-0013. Looking forward to hearing from you when we come back from the break. We are going to be giving away the free wine tasting for 2 at 11:30.
We're back, folks, and welcome back to the ABCs of Home Improvement. We're continuing with our special show this evening. Feels like evening, doesn't it? It's still dark out.
It's unbelievable. It's daylight savings time, Mike. But look, we have some blue sky. We have the sun peeking through. It's melting the ice on the ice skating rink. It's unbelievable. We have our skates in the car, Billy and I. We're going to go skating afterwards. We're looking forward to that. As a matter of fact, speaking of skating, as you all know out there, or if you don't, you're going to know it now, that I was a Suffern High School varsity basketball player, and my son is starting to go out for the JV team. He's trying out. And so the last few days now, we've been starting the 2.5-hour evening drills. And I was in the gym with him last night, and we spent 2.5 hours doing layups and doing monkey drills. And now, Bill, you remember I was famous for the half-court hook shot that I used to go in and just dribble right up as the point guard and stop at half court and throw up the hook shot. Always wanted to be Meadowlark Lemon. Swish right in.
Oh.
And right after that, the coach took me out. So it was a great, one of the best baskets I made. However, it was short-lived. But, you couldn't come to most of them because you were a varsity hockey player. So I remember one or two when, and of course, I used to leave the basketball games halfway through because I wanted to watch the hockey games. Much more fun than playing basketball.
Fast.
The coach didn't like that, but, the cheerleaders really were disappointed when I was leaving halfway through the show, but through the game. But that was okay. So for you folks out there, give us a call, 845-362-0013. We're giving away the wine tasting for 2. All you have to do is say, I love the ABCs of Home Improvements, and you're on your way to the vineyard. You're on the way to listen to some great music, have some great food, and drink some great wine.
Beautiful
up
property
there at
also.
Torn Valley Vineyards. Now, we got a motivational quote of the week, and the reason I bring that up is because this one's a great one, and it ties in with our basketball conversation. Ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. Now, who said that?
Oh, nice.
Our good friend Dollar Bill Bradley, American Hall of Fame basketball player and pseudo-politician. So that was a great one there. And I
For the
figured
New York Knicks. New York
that's
Knicks.
right, man. Dollar Bill. He played with Dave DeBuscher, Willis Reed, Clyde, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe.
Now,
All-
did he memorize the Manhattan phone book?
They said he did memorize
Okay.
the Manhattan
Do you remember
phone book.
that?
Yes, he had a photographic memory, so that is correct.
Impressive.
I also have a photographic memory,
Here we go.
but,
Okay.
I'm out of film.
I knew that was coming. It was unbelievable. All right, and we also now, you folks were asking for some quotes about architects and architecture, so we have another one here from our good friend Norman Foster. As an architect, you design for the present with an awareness of the past for the future, which you will essentially not know. So that's a great one. That's sort of very perplexing, I would say. But I figured I'd throw that one out because we had a nice easy one with Dollar Bill Bradley there. Of course, we have a new segment, our Picture of the Week, Pick of the Week. And if you went to our website and you also went to our Facebook page, you would see the wavy frame job that was done there from our guests that put up some pictures. And so that one won the Pick of the Week, Mike. There we
Very
go.
nice.
So if you folks really have something you want to show us and get a chance to
Don't
win
be
a wine
shy.
tasting for two, get out on our Facebook page and post up there your pictures, and one of you will be a happy winner of the wine tasting for two up there. Now, we also had a couple of questions about how to start a construction project, which I went back to from the early emails, and I wanted to let people know that Joe and I have put together a 4-page reference booklet for you folks on how to take on your project, how to hire an architect, and like a medical specialist, the architect has talents and expertise to navigate you through the most treacherous of building problems. And so if you do not know how to start, we're giving those away for free. All you have to do is go to our page on the ABCs of Home Improvement, look down there for the booklet, give us your name and information, the type of project you're looking to do, and you can take that down by email for free. And another
So after
service.
the first 200 projects, you'll be able to do this by yourself.
Yeah, hopefully. You never know. You might want to become a general contractor.
Oh,
you know,
scary,
a lot of
scary.
folks are thinking about second careers as they get older. So why not give it a shot? I mean,
Just make sure you
know.
have good subs working for you. That's all.
So what else do we want to talk about today? We have a green tip of the week, but I'm going to hold that back for November. Also, technology is another big one. So you guys know there's a bunch of different websites and things for your phone, but I had one here that I thought was very, very good, and it comes on your iPhone or on your Android, and we've been giving that tip out on our websites and on our thing, but it's called iHandy Carpenter. And what that does is it's a all-in-one kit that will allow you to sort of take pictures of your projects, and you can see how they'll look in real life just with a little sketch that the camera actually does for you. So that one, in conjunction with the iScape project, those both for the Android and the phone, those are very good apps to
What's
get on
the
your
iScape
phone.
do?
So in the iScape, Mike, okay, the iScape is a tool that aids you in your landscaping design around the exterior of your building. So you get the interior, you get the exterior, you get all the components, and it will show you how it will look when you put certain plants in certain areas.
That makes
So,
life easier visually.
Yeah, we've got a lot of those. I mean, there's another one here, Handyman DIY. Okay, and this one here helps you plan your renovation and remodeling also, and it keeps all the pieces of the project organized. So sort of like your sketchbook, Mike, or your
Yeah.
composite notebook. This app will help you take pictures, track measurements, and compile lists of materials that you need for your
It's like
project.
the composition book I tell people to get all
Yeah,
the time.
and this one isn't free. This one costs $1.99.
There you go.
Almost the same cost as the composition book, Mike, right?
Oh, there's still $1.
That's it. And there's one more that I want to throw out there for you folks. It's called Color Snap. And this one here will actually allow you to take a picture of a color that you see on a shirt, you see on a car, you see anywhere in the real world. You take that, and it will help you match up the color with a Sherman-Williams color.
Nice.
Okay? And then once you have that color selected, you can take a picture of your room, and then you press the button, and it will take that color and put it into the room so you can see how it's going to look on the walls in that room. So that's a pretty cool one, and that's a free one also. So those are some technology. A few people were asking about some of the technology stuff, so I wanted to get that out there for the folks.
It's almost 3D level at this point.
It's getting amazing what you can do with technology in your hand. I mean,
We go from blueprint, you and I, to actual perspectives, elevations, top views, all that. But to see it all come together for people to see color and options, to get them started in a real scrapbook idea.
Yeah, it gets them started without having to spend a lot of money on any professionals yet. So you can actually take a look at some of the things before you spend the money on the professionals. Get a good idea of what you're
when
doing.
you sit down with the professionals, you can really talk about what you really wanted on your wish list.
That's correct, Mike.
Yeah,
That's
really.
excellent. So let's talk a little bit, Mike. I know you did a couple of kitchen jobs. What's going on with the kitchen stuff out there in your world?
Well, we're saying primarily, no matter where I'm in, Connecticut or Jersey or Rockland, this white color for a kitchen cabinet is primarily the number one choice. And the door style that we're seeing on a regular basis, whether it's semi or full custom, is a white flat panel shaker door with very little variations.
Hold on, Mike. I'm going to do what you do. Shaker door. Now, let's describe that for some
That's
folks
a good
that may
idea.
not know what a shaker door is. And it's not the door that you shake up and down.
No, it's left and right. A shaker door, the center panel is a flat panel recessed around the frame of the door. And that's considered to be a shaker or a flat panel door itself.
So it's like a picture frame.
Right.
And then behind the picture frame is another panel of wood that's back, recessed, whatever, an eighth of an inch, a quarter of an inch, whatever the depth
We have
is.
variations on that too. We can do a straight look or a little detail like what they consider an OG, little round off on the inside. But that shaker right now is selling 8 out of 10 times at this point. And I've seen that from Connecticut to Jersey on a regular basis.
Is that a true white, Mike, or is
Yeah.
it an off-white? Or
No, I
is
call
it
that a
glazed?
frosty white.
Frosty white.
That
Frosty
you can
for the
find
holidays.
out. Yeah, it's
Nice.
perfect.
Excellent.
It's a real white color. I'm seeing a lot of granite. I'm seeing a lot of man-made products for countertops, but everything continues with that white door style. Now,
And-
whether it's in the island also or in the perimeter, that's a possibility. Or the island will be a contrast color in a cherry or maple at that point also. And there's no right or wrong on this look. The white is definitely prominent right now.
So for the folks out there that are thinking about doing a kitchen remodel, and we go through this again because we did get a few emails, and I am actually working on one in Cresskill, New Jersey, where the folks are buying a $2.5 million house, and they're looking to redo their kitchen. Now, the house was designed in 1986, so it has all of that Miami Vice jive in there. So it's got the gray laminates and the gray and white and black speckled granite tops, and the gray checkerboard floors, and the old gray, believe it or not, appliances. So they're looking to come into the 21st century here with something a little more elegant, I guess, is what he's saying, and he wants to make a complete
Less
change.
is more also this time around.
So what do you suggest in that type of thing, Mike? I mean, you know,
I would like to see what I see on the regular bigger jobs also. The shaker style matching up with the appliances, so the appliance doors look like part of the kitchen, not like an appliance itself. We can hide the dishwasher. You won't know it's an appliance. We can hide the refrigerator with panels on top of it also. We can now stack the oven, the microwave, and the warming drawer in one tall cabinet. And we can now go into a professional cooktop, which allows you to have different type of heats and different type of size elements that you can utilize as a cooktop. And then for those who are a little larger in size, I don't mind putting in a sink on the backsplash in order to fill up the big pots with the pasta and everything else for the holidays coming up.
nice. I like the pastas. That's good. And the meatballs and the gravy and the sausage.
Gotta have good gravy, otherwise it's not worth
Oh
it.
man, that's incredible stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so a suggestion again. So these folks have an island that has the range in the island, but there is
The
no
cooktop or the range?
The cooktop is in there. The range is underneath it. They want to separate it out
Yep.
so that they can just they want to have a double wall oven instead. So there has to be a layout change there, I believe. But there is no venting back in the day. I don't know why there's no venting there. So what do you suggest? Visually, a hood might impair the openness of the kitchen. So what type of ventilation system do you use for, say, an island top cooktop? Yeah.
You have a couple of choices. You could do a downdraft where they introduce in the island a vent system that will be able to go down below the floorboard into a basement or straight out from whatever the closest distance to the exterior wall is. Just putting a fan in the ceiling doesn't cut it because not enough air being moved of CFMs. At that point, either you're doing a peninsula hood or you're going to suggest possibly a downdraft.
The downdraft. So that is a unit that actually is inside the countertop, and it projects up when you press a button, and it has a fan on
That's one option. The other one is to manually put a downdraft next to the actual cooktop.
That's
We-
built in.
Yeah, you do a built-in by yourself. The last one we did let's see, that was in Mohegan area. We did a large unit where the kitchen was bumped out, and there was nothing else but the bump out be the kitchen itself. So we had to do with a vent system, with an accessory fan, and then tie in the fan and at the countertop and the accessory fan, because we're going out too far for the air to be pulled by one fan. So we ran them both on a mini switch, tied in together, so when the main fan went on at the countertop level, it also took the accessory fan down below out, and we were able to push it out almost 30 feet.
Now, is that considered regular voltage or low voltage? What kind of...
You could run low voltage on this without a problem, too. You got to sit down with the electrician, make sure everything is by code, and play the straight game on that one, too.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, it does work, though.
Unbelievable. All right, we're going to go out on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about our green tip of the week. Folks, give us a call if you're listening. Put down your cup of coffee. Put down your glass of wine. If you're at the vineyard, get another glass of wine. 845-362-0013.
We're back, folks. Welcome to the ABCs of Home Improvement. We're continuing the show with education and waiting on your questions, so please give us a call, 845-362-0013.
Nice, Mike. Very good. I want to give you a green tip of the week, and we give this out all the time, but we're going to reiterate, which means to say it again. We need to get folks more involved with the changeover from incandescent bulbs to the LED and the fluorescent tubes.
Details.
Yeah, so this is a big one. Again, we want to bring this to your attention because it's a major energy savings. And I know a lot of folks go into the home improvement stores and they go down the aisle, and the incandescent section is getting smaller, but it's still there. And they see $3, $4, for a couple of bulbs. And then they move down to the compact fluorescent, and they see $7 or $8 for those bulbs. And then they move down to the real energy savings area, the LEDs, and they see $15, $18, $20, for some bulbs. And they say, why am I going to spend that $15 when I can get, 20 regular incandescent bulbs that'll last me, however, a year. But you don't understand the energy savings that's going on there. So there's an economy of scale that you do have to spend a little more up front. However, those LED bulbs don't need to be changed for years. So if you really add up the amount of money you're spending on incandescent bulbs and your time to replace the bulbs, Bill, it's not, it takes me at least 2 minutes to replace a bulb. And
what about the high in the ceilings? Your house is pretty tall. Your office has got about 15, 18 feet up there.
That's right. So if you want to save some energy, the quickest, easiest, and the fastest solution, and the one that's the most economical, is to replace your incandescent bulbs with some nice LEDs. And the problem with the LEDs in the past were that the light was a greenish white, and a lot of people just didn't like it. Didn't feel like home. It felt more industrial. It felt more like a commercial space, an office. So people, and I'm one of them. I did not switch over for quite some time. I liked the warmth of the yellow incandescent bulb, which was created to mimic the candle itself. So now they do have, and if you look on the packaging, it will tell you the different colors of light. And in the stores, you can actually see them. And they do now have the yellow light that actually looks just like an incandescent bulb. So there really is no excuse for anyone out there to not do these little changes that will help us all save a little energy for the world. So that's the ABC's Home Improvement Green Tip of the Week. So for you folks out there, get on your cars and get in your cars and go get one. Go get one every month even. If you do one a month, by next year, you guys will have 12 or 14 bulbs done. So that's it. So Bill, you had something you wanted to talk about there. It's 11:45. Anyone looking for some of our prizes? Our question of the day, of course, is of the week is daylight savings time. Okay, where did it start here in America? Who started it? And why was it started? Anybody that has that information, we're going to give that information out in about 10 minutes before we go off the
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Oh, no, but getting closer now. You're working your way closer towards the era of when it actually started.
Theodore, turn out the light.
Boy, we got some madness going on here. So, so we have some special guests coming in, I think, shortly. Mike, you're going to be surprised at the guests that Mr. Barshow is bringing to us here.
Okay.
Well, absolutely. Lee, you're the one that got them to come in here, and, they are just going to they're super celebrities, and they're in the green room. They're getting toasted right now.
Yes,
and,
they are.
Some of that 20-year-old scotch you brought in.
Unbelievable.
And they're ripping it up, man. There's not going to be much left when we get there.
I know. Unfortunately, it's going to be 21 years when it's over. That's it. And there'll be an empty bottle. I don't know. But yeah, we're looking forward to having them come in the studio here and give us a little surprise here on the first show of November here in the ABC.
Yes, they'd like to say goodbye at the end of the show to you.
Oh, that's very nice. And what about Mike
and
you?
Mike and me?
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
everybody.
to the three of
And
us.
what about Kerry and Joe?
And Kerry and Joe.
All right, so there we go. The five of us are going to be serenaded by some craziness,
Yes.
huh? All right, so perfect.
Looking forward.
So, Mike, let's get back to the kitchens now. We just wanted to talk, besides the shaker style, what do you see as an alternative for, say some folks want to do a small project. They don't want to spend $30,000 or $40,000, $50,000.
That's why you have options today. You can go into a custom. The design is everything about the kitchen. What appliances you want to start using. Do you have I'll give you an example, a perfect one, okay? My sister calls me up, and I don't usually work for family. I just give them suggestions, okay? She says to me, the home I'm living in right now, my wall oven doesn't work. The cooktop doesn't work. The appliances are starting to go. I know we only come up a few times a month in a particular house, but we're having a problem. What should we do? Well, the other problem she has, the peninsula in the kitchen has the cooktop. So every time I sit on the other side of the cooktop and she's at the sink, the heat's on. It's a very uncomfortable situation. And the layout is really not done properly.
So what happens then, Mike? What do you suggest
We
for
take
folks?
the room as an empty room and we do a new relocation.
So it doesn't matter where the plumbing, electric, anything is, you're gutting it completely out.
Usually that's what happens when you deal with a kitchen that's 20, 30, 40 years old.
Okay.
Because you got behind the walls, the plumbing. I hate to spend the money to fix up a house and not see what's behind the wall in case of leaks and damages that are going on.
After that amount of time, it's time to open up and see
I
what's
think
going
so
on.
too.
Okay.
So the sink goes by the window if you can. That's always a good spot. The refrigerator got relocated. Now the new range instead of the wall oven and cooktop got relocated. Put a microwave above the range. That worked out really well. And now she has a peninsula we can sit at, four of us, and not be bothered by heat and distraction at that point between her and myself at the sink and then the peninsula. And that worked out extremely well. She got a new color, a white shaker door. We trimmed out a subway tile backsplash.
Okay, subway tile. Now, you hear that a lot, and you see that a lot. For the folks that don't know, this is now in vogue. It's starting to come back again, but
Yep.
it is an old pattern that was used in the subways. So the question now becomes, we got a helicopter coming. Is that for our guests in the green room? Are they coming to pick them up? It looks like a state trooper's helicopter
No,
outside.
that's to give them back to the airport.
Oh, okay, that's their transport in one way or another. Okay,
Yeah.
Mike, so let's
So
get
we
back.
went to a subway tile, which is a beautiful white with a light gray grout. We went through a trim in gray around the perimeter. We ran white ceiling, gray accessory, white shaker, white crown, white tile, and wooden floor. Absolutely came out gorgeous.
So the subway tile, Mike. Now, how is what is just to describe that to the listening audience?
You
so
can
they
set it
understand.
in two ways. You can do like a regular subway tile. Well, one tile goes over the other and it's just a perfect square type of situation. Or you can stagger them where you can overlap the seams and give it a basket weave look almost at that point also.
Now, are the tiles square? Or are they rectangles? What are they?
We
Mike?
ran real squares.
squares, and you
Real
stagger
square.
them.
We
so
staggered them.
Okay, so that means the joint is down the middle of each square. So
Correct.
You're right. So
Yeah.
you're staggering them. They're not lined up to make
No,
a checkerboard.
I've done
pattern.
that too, but this was a different look for her.
Nice.
Yeah, the room got much larger also. When we do crown work, you have two choices with crown. Either you can do a flush look straight to the ceiling, or you can create a wall cabinet with a crown on top and a space on top of the crown. We call it shadow line. Shadow line becomes a real big deal on smaller kitchens because now your eye travels past the point of the crown and the room looks bigger than it really is. And that's a major look also.
The old Renaissance use of the perspective, Mike.
There you go.
That's it. Amazing. I like
Still
that.
works out well, believe me.
That's it. It's for what do they call that? Not foreshadowing. What is the word that they
Shadow.
The shadow. Okay, right, correct.
Shadow line. So the other thing that's really taking place in our kitchen industry is that the appliances have come up a long way. You now are energy efficient as far as the appliances are going. Refrigerators are actually staying colder with less energy involved, more insulation being built into them now. The look now is also changing. They have a French door now with a pair of doors on top, which is the refrigerator. Both doors enter into the refrigerator. They now have the freezer on the bottom, which 2/3 of the time you're actually in the refrigerator anyway, so you might as well be standing straight up instead of bending over all the time.
That's right, and I think the president allowed us to put the freezer down low again, like the old days. So people do some, knee bends. They got to do some exercise. So they
One
suggest that
and two
and
and
you got to pull that 30-40 pound turkey out of that bottom of that freezer there, Mike.
Yeah.
That's some real heavy lifting for Thanksgiving.
It's better than trying to tear it apart from up on top.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
So appliances are a big deal right now. You get a list of things. I mean, some of the people I'm working with now, they take out their iPad and go, I like this door, I like this refrigerator, I like this particular cooktop. What do you think, Mike? How can I put it around? Can you design it in such a way that we now can live with children? What should I do for my children? What should I give them special? What can I do in the kitchen to have them stay away from the rest of the china?
Nice. Mike, here's an opportunity. Maybe if there's no apps out there that do that, perhaps, the ABCs of Home Improvement can create a kitchen app for folks to sort of play around with their kitchens.
I think the real answer is to call 914-525-8100, and I'll be happy
That's
to deal
what
with
we were
you
looking
in a
for.
new kitchen.
That's it. That's
with my 30 years of experience, believe me.
That's Mike's direct line to get to him. And I suggest, I've been working with Mike, and so has Billy, on kitchens for 30 years. Nobody's better than him out in the business, and we wanted to make sure we got a little opportunity here to let you folks know what was going on out in the kitchen world. So,
And more.
And more. We have a few minutes left here, so anyone want to give a call for that wine tasting? Otherwise, Bill and I and Mike are going to go up there and have some wine today. 845-362-0013. Say I love the ABCs of Home Improvement. Let us know you're listening. Put down your cup of coffee, your glass of wine, and give us a holler here before the show ends. Now, we do we talked about daylight savings time, so I want to give you folks, I guess, the answers to the questions
There
again.
you go.
So who created daylight savings time in America? Okay, and it was introduced by President Woodrow Wilson in 1918, Bill. So you're getting close there. I think
Yeah.
Eleanor was probably, maybe 14 or 12 then. Who knows? But he actually introduced it, but there was a gentleman that initiated the spark of it. His name was Robert Garland of Pittsburgh. He was an industrialist who encountered this idea in the United Kingdom, which it had been going on overseas for some time. And
Was it because of working conditions? Starting later would be better?
he was the passionate, yes. Actually what they did is Benjamin Franklin in the day wrote a little essay on how the Parisians could save candlelight by getting themselves out of bed earlier, okay, and starting their day an hour earlier. He felt that they could say, because they were having a little issue with the candle lights, and he said, well, you get out of bed and you start your day an hour earlier, you can save on the candle lights because you'll get more done
Less
during
wax.
the light. So it started way back when at Ben Franklin, and it worked its way up into the passionate campaigner for the daylight savings time in the United States, and he is called the father of daylight savings, Robert Garland from Pittsburgh. So there's your information for you folks out there that wanted to know about the daylight savings time. This is our daylight savings time show. We almost showed up at the wrong time, Billy and I, because we, even though we had our clock set, it didn't correct for the ABCs of Home Improvement hour. So that was a good one. Ancient civilizations over the course of 100 years conceived of this by starting their days earlier, but it was really Ben Franklin that did this. Now, there was another guy named George Vernon Hudson, okay? He was a contributor to daylight savings time in 1895 from New Zealand. He was an entomologist, okay? And he felt that he was proposing 2-hour shifts in October and a 2-hour shift back in March. And for some reason that
was
didn't...
too dramatic.
Yeah, it was too dramatic. It didn't work out in the two hemispheres, so that was gone. Then you had William Willett, okay? And he was a British builder, and he proposed that daylight savings time in the UK in 1905. He suggested setting your clocks back 20 minutes each day for 4 consecutive Sundays in April, setting it ahead for 4 consecutive Sundays in April, and then setting it back for 4 consecutive Sundays
Too
in
many
September.
actions.
So these were the things that were going on in Europe before they started here in the United States. So we learned from all of their information, and the real reason that these things were also started was World War I. Artificial lighting was we were trying to save fuel for the war effort. So Woodrow Wilson he tried to save some energy also because we needed that fuel for our guys in World War I going across
Tanks
overseas.
and everything else.
Correct. So
and the
so there
mules.
was a bunch of subordinating contributions that led to the daylight savings time, Mike. So that's
Had
what
to
we
do
have
with
there.
work. I figure it was an entrepreneur who did that.
There you go. So wartime in the USA, that was part of it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And again, Pearl Harbor and so forth. Eastern wartime was set up, Central wartime, Pacific wartime. After the surrender of Japan in 1945, the time zones were put back into normal. So Yes, Bill, your guests, I see they seem to be chomping at the bit here. What seems to be going on?
They want to come in. Are we ready for them?
I think we're
think
ready.
it's
time to close it up?
We're
Shut it
closing
down?
it up. We gave all the information we could today. We're sort of exhausted here at the ABC's Home Improvement, and we're looking for a little, tap dance or something. What seems to be going on?
Well, we received a call, and I said, "Come on in, boys," and you won't believe it. Two super celebrities and a great comedy team. Oh, wait, let's take a call. Where you calling from? Who are you? And what's going on? Wine tasting?
Welcome to the ABCs of Home Improvement. We're glad you waited till the last minute to give us a call. Where are you calling from, and how may we help you?
I'm calling from Norwood, New Jersey.
Oh, very nice.
I'm a new listener. I just started listening the last few weeks, and I love your show.
Why, thank you. So you love the ABCs of Home Improvement. That
I
means
do
you
love
get
it.
you get the free wine tasting. You know that now.
Oh, my
that?
goodness.
How's that? But how can we
Where
help
did
you?
But anyway, my friend Peter Clementi and Brian Avenue Bob, I've heard them call in a couple times.
Yes.
So I call into their shows, and I wanted to just call in and tell you how much I like your show.
Oh, thank you very much. And
I'm on my way to my martial arts class every Saturday, so I'll be listening every Saturday to you.
That sounds great. Now, do you cut 2x4s with your hand? Are you able to chop 2x4s?
I actually could do that.
No, excellent. So we might need your help here at the ABCs of Home Improvement. Maybe you're going to come in the studio one day and do a demonstration for us. We do have live video here, so you will be seen on the internet. So
Well, I actually do Shingi, which is Bruce's Lee martial art.
yes.
And yes, you can destroy things without making a mark on it.
That's
Nice.
incredible. That's fantastic. That takes a lot of practice and a lot
It
of
does,
control.
Yeah,
So
a lot of intense practice.
yes, excellent. Well,
8 years.
listen, we're glad you're listening out there all the way from Norwood. And before you go, give Kerry your name and your information,
Okay.
and we're going to give that to the guys up at the Vineyard. And feel free to go up there and mention the ABCs of Home Improvements, and
You'll enjoy yourself.
You'll enjoy yourself with a guest. And thanks for the
Thank
call.
you so much.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
You too.
Okay, ciao.
Bill.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, it's getting late
Bill,
now.
we have 2 minutes. I don't know if we can even get him in.
Oh, we got plenty of time. We have Dean Martin and
Dean
Jerry
Martin.
Lewis.
Jerry-
Remember that comedy tune?
Yeah.
The Stooge.
Okay,
The Stooge.
I believe it's 2/5 of the Rat Pack.
Nice.
These
That's
guys
right.
used to, and they, we've hung out with them for a number of years and over the years, and they just wanted to come in and say thank you and how much they enjoy our show, Lee, and
Incredible.
how much they enjoy hanging out with you and Mike. We used to get together for ceviche.
Yes.
and
Wow.
have a good time.
That was
And,
unreal.
and here they are. Here they come in. They're coming into the studio now.
Hey, what's going on there, fellas?
Hello, Lee. Hello, Mike. Hello, and more. We're going to get in more now. This is Dean Martin. And hello, Bill. And my friend here, Kiddo.
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
Hey, Jerry, what's happening?
All right. Well, Lee, we'd just like to sing a song to just say to you how much we appreciate you and your show and our friendship and our time together. And
What are you going to sing 'em, Dino?
slow down, kiddo. I'll get to that. I'm going to sing Blow Me a Kiss to Lee, Bill,
Oh, we're
and
going to
Mike.
go out. We got 5 seconds. Hit it, Dino.
Blow me a kiss while you say bye-bye and blow me.